Okay, guys, this has got to be one of the strangest things I have ever done. I feel like I'm starring in some dystopian sci-fi movie with this mask, and I've got the glasses on inside to keep me from touching my eyeballs. And I know I look like the Fly. I know somebody's tempted to come over here with a swatter. This is not a surprise. And it's the weirdest thing to be in a mostly empty airport, and everything's closed. Everything's closed. We couldn't get a cocktail, couldn't get a meal, and even with it empty, it's bizarre because you're kind of watching everybody. You don't want them to get too close to you, so you're watching the people sitting at the tables and passing you, and it's just it's a whole new world, and it's very strange, very bizarre. And I have to tell you, pause. Are you still rolling? Okay. So it's weird for me too, because we have been pretty seriously locked down. Like, Silas and I have purposely chosen to be heavy lockdown because my mom's high risk, and I live with a history of sensitive lungs, let's just put it that way. When winter rolls around, the common cold and the flu want to turn into pneumonia in my chest. So this thing has me on high alert to be conscientious. So we have our spray, we have our mask, we have eye shield, I have gloves in my bag. It's a little cuckoo. I'm a little, this is way out of my comfort zone to be this anal about anything. And it's also way out of my comfort zone to put myself in such physical risk. I take a lot of risks. And that's not a challenge for me. I feel comfortable doing that, or I feel, even when I'm uncomfortable, I feel aligned, even when I'm scared shitless. And this is so far out there because of COVID. But here's why we're doing it, right? We've been looking for a permanent place for Wonderland to have its retreat and its museum, its retreat space for artists, so we can do workshops and all kinds of really cool, nifty shit with inspiring people. And we can also have a place where you can come look at art, the souvenirs that I have brought back from my wonder hunting. They all need a place so that you guys can come and absorb really amazing energy, and then want to go home and create something new that the world has never seen before. Some brand new piece of magic fashioned by you. We want to do this, and we've been looking online all over the world and kind of plotting and planning how we can create the treasure that would allow us to have the space for you. Well, we found a lot of leads, a lot of lightning strike, a lot of inspiration in the UK. And so if we want to live there and not have to fly back every 6 months, we have to be in that country before December 31st. Silas is an EU citizen. He's allowed to live there, but because of Brexit, he has to be in the country before December 31st, and then we have to apply to stay. It's done in 2 steps. He does it first. When he's approved, I can do it because I'm his wife, and he's an EU member, so he legally has been able to live and work there for all this time, and we didn't take advantage of it. And only now, when Brexit happens, do we decide we might end up having a magical place over that way, that side of the pond. So instead of waiting until closer to December to see if maybe the world rights itself and if this thing would get on the other side of a second curve, we're going now because we think that the second curve is going to be pretty intense, and it's probably going to get worse as things get cooler. So we're going now. I will tell you more as things progress. I'm just going to tell you that right now I'm in the twilight zone. I'm reporting live from the edge of disbelief. I'm living partly in the apocalypse and partly in the cornfield, field of dreams, where magic happens. And we're about to go, fly into the mouth of COVID, basically, in the hopes of securing something magical and wonderful for all our fellow wonder hunters. I am both terrified and inspired. And after driving 3 days cross country to get here to Chicago O'Hare International Airport, it's another part of the story I'll tell you later. Planes, trains, and automobiles. I'm also tired, terrified, inspired, wired, and tired. And that's how I'm going to sign off to you guys. I will send you part 2 of the story when we land in Heathrow for a 7-hour layover. Bye.